Next paragraph. It is his karam, his destiny, his luck, his fortunate, says Mukesh's grandmother, who has watched her own husband go blind with the dust from polishing the glass of bangles. So it is the statement which was made by Mukesh's grandmother, and Mukesh's grandmother informed to the writer that it is our destiny, it is our luck that we are doing this work, and she had seen her husband has become blind due to the continuous polishing of the glass of bangles, and from the dust of polishing her husband has gone blind. Can a God given lineage ever be broken? Implies born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but only bangles. So the writer is the grandmother of Mukesh is thinking whether this God given ancestry can ever be broken or not. She is asking. They are born in the families of bangle makers, so they have seen nothing but only the bangles. Wherever casual the eyes are cast, they have seen only the bangles. In the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. It means wherever your eyes will cast, you will see only the bangles. It is their destiny, it is their luck. Bangles, and these are the colors of the bangles: sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors in the rainbow. So it means to say that they have seen the bangles, and these bangles are having the color of the rainbow, means many colors, in the mounds in unkempt yards, and these bangles are kept in a heap, and these bangles are not kept properly, and are piled on the 4-wheeled handcraft pushed by a young man along to the narrow lanes of the shanty town, and these bangles are kept in the 4-wheeled handcrafts which is pushed by a young man in the narrow lanes of that small town, and in dark hutments next to line flames of flickering oil lamp, and in dark huts, the girls and their grandmothers are sitting in a line near the flickering oil lamps. Boys and girls are sitting, and with their fathers and mothers. Once again I am explaining this. In dark hutments next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps sits boys and girls with their fathers and mothers, and the boys and the girls are sitting near the flickering oil lamps with their fathers and mothers, welding pieces of colored glass into circle of bangles, and they are joining the pieces of colored bangles into the circles of bangles. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside, and the eyes of these boys and the girls are more adjusted to the darkness in the comparison of the light, and this is the reason that they lose their eyesight before being adult. That is why they'll often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. The writer is saying that their eyes are more adjusted to the darkness in the comparison of light. This is the reason that they lost their eyesight before being adult. Savita, a young girl. Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman soldering pieces of glass. Savita, a very young girl, and the girl is in a pink dress, and that is draped, means discolored. Sits alongside an elderly woman, and she is sitting just beside an elder woman, and she is busy in joining the pieces of bangles, as her hands move mechanically like the tongues of a machine, and she is very expert in this work, and her hands are working just like the machine. I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangles she helps make. The writer is surprised whether this girl is known about the pureness, about the sanctity, about the holiness of the bangles which she is making. It symbolizes an Indian woman's suhag, auspiciousness in marriage, and the bangles are considered as suhag for Indian women, auspiciousness, holy thing, pure thing. It will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is draped with red veil, her hands dyed with red henna, and red bangles rolled onto her wrist. The writer is saying that she will come to know about the importance of these bangles, about the sanctity of these bangles, about the purity of these bangles when her head will be covered with the red veil and her hands will be colored with the red henna, and red bangles will rolled on her wrist. Then she will come to know about the importance of these bangles. She will then become a bride. Then she will get married and become a bride, like the old woman beside her who became one many years ago. Like that woman who was married years ago, and she still has bangles on her wrist but no light in her eyes. And that old lady is having bangles in her wrist, but the light of her eyes are gone. एक वक्त से शेर भर खाना नहीं खाया, she says in a voice drained of joy, drained, deprived of joy. There was no joy in the words of that lady when she told to the writer that she has not taken full meal throughout her life. She had not enjoyed even full meal in her entire lifetime. Okay, she has not got full meal in her whole life. She has not enjoyed even full meal in her lifetime. That's what she has reaped. That's what she has got. Her husband, an old man with a flowing beard. Her husband is an old man and he is having a flowing beard, says, I know nothing except bangles. All I have done is make a house for the family to live in. Her husband is saying that I don't know anything except bangles, and at all I have managed a house for my family in which they can live. After hearing the statement of that old man, one wonders, one will be surprised if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. Perhaps this man has achieved all those things in which the other people are totally failed. He has a roof over his head, and he is happy as he is having a roof over his head. The cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of the making bangles, not even though to eat rings in every home. And this is the cry, this is the sound of every house, that they are not having enough money to do any other work except making bangles. They are not having sufficient food to eat. The young men echo the lament of their elders, and the young men are repeating the same statement of their elders. Little has moved with the time. There was not much more things which has moved with the time. It seems that there was not much more change have happened in Firozabad. Years of mind-numbing toil, things that make your mind improper, which killed the initiative or kills all the initiative and the ability to dream. It seems that in Firozabad, these people are doing hard labor, and that hard labor has killed their dreaming power, their power of thinking. Why not organizing yourself to an cooperative? This is the question which was asked by the writer, that what is the reason that you are not organizing yourself in a trade union. I ask a group of young men who have fallen into vicious circle of middlemen who trapped their fathers and forefathers. Vicious circle means wicked circle. I ask, the writer is saying that I have asked this question from a group of persons who were fallen into the wicked circle of the middleman, and These middlemen have trapped, caged their fathers and their forefathers. Even if we get organized, we are the ones who will be hauled up by the police. And they are saying that if we dare to do any other work, then we are beaten by the police and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. And we are beaten, we are sent to jail, and we are told that you are doing illegal work. They say there is no leaders among them, there is no leader among them, and they are saying that there is lack of leader in them, no one who could help them see things differently. And if no one can see that they are doing some different work. Their fathers are as tired as they are. All of them are tired, too tired. They talk endlessly, a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy, disliking, to greed and to injustice. And their life is moving from poverty to disliking and from greed to injustice. Listening to them, I see two distinct worlds. Listening to these persons, I have seen two different worlds. One of the family caught in the wave of poverty. One family which was in the wave of poverty, and burdened by the stigma of caste, and they are disgraced by their caste in which they are born. The other vicious circle of Sahukar, the middleman, the policeman, the keeper, and the others one are the policeman, middleman, the keepers of law, bureaucrats, and the politician. Together they have imposed the baggage on the child they cannot put down, and all of them have put the baggage on the child which the child can never put down. Before he is aware, he accepts it as naturally as their fathers. Before they being aware, whatever they are doing that is illegal, that is not beneficial for them, they accept it as their fathers have accepted. To do anything else would mean to dare. To do any other work, if they want to do any other work, they should dare, and daring is not part of his growing up, and they have not been taught daring in their growing up. When I sense a flash of it in Mukesh, the writer is saying that when I am seeing a light in the eyes of Mukesh, for that I will go to a garage. I cheered and I become happy when I want to be a motor mechanic. Mukesh repeats that he wants to be a motor mechanic, and he will go to a garage and learn. And Mukesh is saying that I will go to the garage and I will learn there about the motor, but the garage is a long way from his home. I will walk, he insists. When the writer said to him that your house, the garage is very far away from your house, Mukesh answers that he would like to go, he will walk to that place. Do you also dream of flying a plane? And one more question was asked, do you dream to fly a plane? He is suddenly silent. All of a sudden, Mukesh becomes silent. No, he says, staring at the ground. And at this time, Mukesh was seeing towards the ground. It means that the flying kite is beyond his reach. In his small murmur, there is an embarrassment that has not yet turned into regret. He murmured something, and he was embarrassed. But that embarrassment has not changed into regret. He is content to dream of cars. He is satisfied to dream about the car that he sees hurtling down the street of his town. And he has seen that these cars are running fastly in his town. Few aeroplanes fly over Firozabad, and he had seen the aeroplanes which is flying over Firozabad. The chapter is done, and we will discuss about the question answer in our next lecture. Okay guys, thank you.